Welcome to this first class badge replay of the E-50M. I got obviously a first class badge in this match, but also a Top Gun, scoring 7 kills. But it ended on a really sad note where, well, it basically ended in a draw because the road just didn't move up in time, and I didn't look at the timer, so otherwise I probably would have pushed harder on this side. At the start, we're moving to the center, see what we can see. As you can see, the team is splitting out quite evenly. They've got 2 bad shots and we haven't got one. But right at the start, it's a good thing we managed to take out the RT straight away, which is a huge advantage for us because now they don't have any RT anymore, but we do, so that's always good. One less thing to fear. I'm just being careful here to not get spotted early on. Trying to get a shot on that bad shot, and then I'm spotted. And since that bad shot couldn't see me, I know I'm spotted from the hill on the right hand side. So there's something there, which I'll be pointing out shortly to my teammates. As you can see, we've got 3 tanks on the hill, but they're hanging back on the far side, even though there is no visual indication whatsoever that the enemy is coming up the hill. We can see that 1-2-1 that lacks gun depression, that's trying to work the ridges, which is just stupid. He's far better suited to be on the front. Now that was a really bad shot. I should have hit the turret. I was just too slow. So I'm trying to both keep an eye on that scout and keep an eye on the right. So Centurion is not moving up, even though he's got the best gun depression. He should really just poke over the edge, see what he can see. Again, just too late for the scout, and he's getting a bit on my nerves here because he's the guy spotting me constantly. And finally someone managed to plant a shot in him, and then some guys show up on the right, and that stupid building is in the way. I took a pot shot as I expected one of them to move forward, but they didn't, so that was unfortunate. And I'm spotted again, so here I'm pushing my platoon mate out of the way. But since I'm a much taller target than him, I would have caught any shots that were fired at him anyway. As we can see, the tortoise is moving up on the left hand side, and he'll do something magical and appear completely on the other side of the railroad later on, so he took a long detour for that. So that's the second kill. Bad shot in front of us, but as you can see, we've got the body of that dead tank that covers my lower front plate. So that's really welcome. It's a good improvised cover, and since they haven't got any RT, I don't need to worry about that. I can just freely move up this hill, put shots in the guy's side. The hill still isn't moving, but we did lose our heavy up there, which is unfortunate, I mean. A little bit of a quiet piece here. Trying to see if we can get some shots on anything, but the bad shots are not stupid. They're not coming up the hill too far, because they know they're going to get slammed in the side by us. So keeping that wreck between me and potential shooters. The 1-2-1 is getting hit. Pretty big hit though, so ding on the side of a turret of an IS-7. Unfortunately, my view range doesn't reach to there, which is a bit annoying, but yeah, I chose to not mount coated optics on this one, but vents, because the E-50M I feel has a little bit of a low DPM, so any advantage my crew can have in reloading faster is really welcome in this one. Keeping low, and another target, but no luck there. But that guy was nice in the center of our shot. Bad Chat is retreating in front of us, so put a shot in the IS-7, no luck, and I get hit for about 500 damage, so that was the IS-7, I think. And the Centurion just charged off the hill, which I don't know why he did that. He was in a really good position to spot them, so put a shot in, and it's a bit of a mercy roll. Unfortunately, I don't kill him, and then a shot on the top of the turret of an IS-7, and it bounces. 268 penetration. That's how it works. Like in the last replays, sometimes it's amazing how this game calculates penetration. That was a bit of a donk shot. Missed that T-45. Or what is it? Yeah, I think T-45. Can't put a shot in that bad shot, unfortunately. So I'm pulling back again. My platoon mates are now going up the hill. And I put a bad shot in the bad shot. He puts one into me, but he gets slammed by the object 704. So that's a really good shot of him. I thank him for it, because he just took one worry off my mind. So yeah, nearly fully zoomed shot. Just goes nowhere. Second shot. He breaks just before I shoot, so 2 missed shots. And the last one kills him, so yeah, 3rd kill, but it wasn't really my kill. It was more of a kill steal. But then again, at least one of those 2 shots should have hit. That's the 4th kill. And as we can see, the tortoise is now completely on that side, so he took a massive detour to end up over there, which is kind of commendable with that slow a TD to be able to sneak all the way around without getting detected. And a magical ding on the side of that object. Just seeing if he shows up again. My platoon mates are doing a really good job of spotting targets on that side. And there he is. And he ducks behind cover again, so can't get a good shot yet. And that was a shot in the hopes that it would penetrate. Nah. Here I'm just deciding on what side I should engage, because if I go engage on the left side, the right side has got a free pass to shoot me in the side, which I really do not want. And there you can see our T110 E5 is doing a complete retard charge for nothing. I move up in the center, plant a shot in the back chat. Someone else does as well. I think it was the object, because that guy just lost about 1000 HP, which is a good result. But I'm moving back now. I'm despotted for him, so he doesn't know I've moved back. And then our T-71 does a retard charge, and I decide to move up because we've got a really low HP object 430 there, which is pretty much a one shot for me. So nice. Aim on his engine deck, shot hits the top of the turret, does no damage, I get hit in the side. Again, second shot completely misses the target again, so I just lost a whole lot of health for nothing, and I'm getting really pissed off, which is why I'm saying this, because those 2 shots should have killed that guy easily. That was just epic RNG bullshit, screwing me over again. Like it has done this whole match pretty much. Trying to get a shot on that guy, but it's not working yet. But he's in the platoon with that object and the Yak Panzer E-100, so he needs to die. So that's kill number 5. At least one of their platoon gone. I need to pull back. I've only got 345 health remaining. So I'm a 1 shot for everything apart from that object. If he rolls low. So now the match is looking quite solidly in our favor. The enemy didn't show enough patience. The object 430 tries to put a shot into me, but yeah, he shoots into the wreck again. That was a pretty useless shot from him, but I can't fault him for trying. I tried to kill him twice. So yeah, focusing on the right again. Another ding on that object. That time I had sort of, I think a 45-degree angle on him. His ass was up on the hill. No shot on that guy again. He's just really tempting. Trying to see if we can hit something on the right, and the road is not moving. We've got an E-100 and a waffle tractor on the road, and they are just staying still. Object 430 shows up again. I'm asking Art to splash that guy because he needs to go before we can actually move over this hill. Because if I do that now, I stand a good chance of getting shot in the side by that Yak Panzer, which is in a platoon with him. So I'm carefully maneuvering myself through bushes. Then the 430 shows up, and the E-100 shoots him. So now I'm free to move. The Object 140 destroys one of my platoon mates, which is very unfortunate. And I'm moving up here, but trying to be careful. As I said earlier, a 1 shot for pretty much anything. And I've decided that I'm going to shoot that Object 140 because he's definitely the biggest threat in this situation. The IS-4 is too slow to do anything, but unfortunately my platoon mate charges. He should have waited. I could have easily killed him, but yeah, that was just a problem. I track the IS-4 again and move out of shot. Don't want to get hit by him. His gun depression isn't too good, so, and I see that object coming in, so I'm waiting for him to fire, and then I'm just pulling back, seeing if he comes up the hill. That's a dangerous, and then he shows me the side of his tank instead of just his turret, and he dies. So yeah, and then I look at the clock and I see that we've got 45 seconds left, so this will be a really painful draw. It could potentially have been an ace tanker badge had we pushed earlier, because this was a high first class. So trying to spot, see the T-28 and move away. Just unfortunate though, ending up with 7 kills and a nice amount of damage. Just trying to put the final kill in, so 7 kills, no medal for that unfortunately, apart from the Top Gun. But yeah, pretty nice result. Shame about the draw. GG.